We are still on Jamhuri Day celebrations. As Kenyans mark 60 years since independence, Citizen TV spoke to Kittony, a trailblazer in women leadership, and takes stock of the role of women in the last 60 years through her lenses.
When the story of Kenya's struggle for independence is told, women's role in the struggle is often mentioned in passing.
I surely...
But as Kittony, the former leader of Maendeleo ya Wanawake, narrates, the role they played in the struggle is as critical as that played by men.
The role of women, they did a lot, I must say that. They were feeding these freedom fighters. They were hiding them in their houses. And... those who were able to fight, they were able to fight.
Kittony, who is also the patron of the Maendeleo ya Wanawake organization and a trailblazer in her own right, looks back fondly at the progress women have made over the last 60 years and how valiantly most of them have had to fight to get a seat at the table of leadership and decision-making. Comparing her time in parliament when women were not allowed to even carry their handbags in parliament, and now, when the country boasts of a good percentage of women in the House and a woman in the Deputy Speaker's position, Kittony says the women who have gone ahead paved the way for those coming behind.
Women of Kenya have gotten a lot of gains. I want just to tell Kenyan women that they should be better decorum and demand their rights in the right manner. And when they are in truly leadership positions, let them be mothers, and be mothers even when they are in office, because the country depends on women, and I must tell you that women are good leaders. There's been a lot of change. Women now are in leadership. Women are even in the army now. We are having women in the army. The women are everywhere, and there's been a lot of change, and I attribute that to the good leadership that we've had, especially even during my time in the organization.
At midnight, the Union Jack...
When the Union Jack was lowered and the Kenyan one hoisted, women, like many other Kenyans, had hopes for a new dawn. Just like the men were looking forward to self-rule, Kittony says a lot of women hoped Kenya's independence would be a basket full of goodies for the women, starting right with representation in parliament. She bemoans the fact that 6 decades later, the women of Kenya still don't have fair representation, and has a word of encouragement for the women.
We are still fighting for 50-50. Kenya is among the least countries who have not been able to formalize that. So I ask myself, why? Why now, this time? Because this should have been done. I will just want to challenge my women to say that we can make it, that we can attain the two-thirds gender without even anything. So women can make it on their own without being coerced. So they should stop listening to other people's voices and misadvice.
As a parting shot, she advises women to be their sisters' keepers and always endeavor to hold the door open for others to pass through. Mary Mwoki, Citizen TV.